So, you wanna be a Hopar, huh? I mean, check this out. Fresh Adidas swag, insane gaming capabilities, and overall skill for cooking. Don't worry, I got you covered, my friend. You see, you can't just say you're a Hopar. You must earn your way through. Lucky for you, as your local neighborhood Hopar, I'm here to help. In this video, I'm not just gonna teach you how to be a Hopar, but also help you become one. Because let's face it, you can't be what you want until you grow into whatever you want to be. I mean, if it makes sense. And being a Hopar gives you the ultimate skill set in many things. So before we start, let's see what a Hopar is, shall we? No need for a historical deep dive too, because we can do it without it this time. Hopar literally means uncle. The godfather Vito Corleone if he was Armenian. I'm not kidding though, if you go to Google Translate and type Hopar or the longer version of it, Horeghbայr, you will get an uncle. But you can't become one unless you master the identity and the mindset of a Hopar. But first, let's talk about appearances. If you want the true OG Armenian Hopar look, let's have a look at your appearance. What I said about Adidas tracksuit, now that's a stereotype, my friend. We don't all wear Adidas tracksuits. It's not the 90s, or is it? If the teenagers gotta wear t-shirts, we wear sweaters or long sleeve shirts. But here's the kicker, you think you can wear whatever color you like when you want to be a Hopar? No, you can't, I'm sorry. Wear black or white. Or if you get a darker color, let's say dark reds, also known as Bordeaux, or dark greens, I mean that can work, sure. As for your pants, you can definitely go with your standard jeans from a local Yarmrka. Doesn't have to be something expensive, you know? We're not flashing clothing around. Cause, why should we? We don't want those finti felushka stuff. Those are for modern kids or Jaki Jukis. When you stop chasing designer clothes and focus on the old-fashioned or cheaper bootleg clothing, you will discover that drip is not money. Drip is your outfit combinations. Shoes? You can wear a Botas or a Charokh. Both are solid choices. If you want a modern, post-Soviet look, go for a Botas. It makes you feel like a younger Hopar at this point. Or if you want a Charokh, now you're old school. If you manage to find this OG Yugoslavsky Charokhs, you're golden, my friend. Also, always remember to wear a Plechikov Mayka. Now I just discovered that it's also called the wife beater in English. I wonder why. В общем, back to the attire, this is what a Hopar wears anyway. Also, keep a pack of Parlament or Garni, if you're into those things. Cigarettes, I mean. В общем, another important thing about being a Hopar is drinking coffee. Remember, an average Hopar drinks coffee every 4 hours. A coffee is not a drink, it's a full-on ritual. Making the coffee, drinking it while vibing from your balcony from your local Visotka is a true Hopar vibe only Eastern Europeans will get. And for those in the comments saying, oh, this coffee is Turkish. No, it's not. Shut up. It's Armenian. Always has been and always will be. Turkish coffee is made on sand. Armenian coffee is made on gigachad coal over mangal, or you just use a simple stove for that. Also remember, if you're not at home, that doesn't excuse you to not to drink your coffee. There is always time to drink coffee. Choose Duet coffee for maximum drip. It's the cheapest one you can find in the store and possibly the only one which you can feel like you're drinking chemicals but at the same time you're not drinking chemicals. If there's an app saying it's time to drink water, for us it's gonna be it's time to drink coffee. As for your heart, don't worry, it won't fail. It's gonna grow into a Hopar's heart which is stronger, more durable, and has a coffee filtration system. So you will be able to handle and tolerate more and more coffee as you progress into becoming a Hopar. Apart from drinking coffee, what else makes a Hopar Armenian? Making Khorovats in the balcony, of course. You can do this shit in America or in Europe, can you? Especially without triggering a fire alarm. Well, we don't have fire alarms actually, so we're cool about that. Call it shashlik or mitzvadi, its one and true form is Khorovats. It's prehistoric too in a way. Ever since humans discovered what fire is, they started to put meat on top. So you can't truly say who Khorovats belongs to, but for the sake of bias, I'm gonna say it's all Armenian. After all, мы армяне, мы везде. We're everywhere basically. В общем, back to Khorovats. You need to have a few things to create the perfect ever marinade, or we say bastulma for Khorovats. Salt, pepper, paprika, onions, and oil. No mayo or any other spices, those are for twinks. What else you need? You basically need a shish, or for the sake of being authentic, let's call it a shampoo. Once you marinate your meat, go ahead and shove that shampoo on the meat. Be careful not to put your fingers into it. Next, the mangal. Mangal is basically this metallic box where you dump all your coal in and cook food on top. Let the West stay with grills and smokers, we got the OG mangals. No need for fans if you can use a piece of old newspaper, or if you're crazy enough, use an entire ventilator. See, nothing's hard. Toshnia. For snacks, we got semishka and tashachust. Chickpeas, eli? Siser. Goes well with beer, so you can always have those as a snack too, just in case. I personally go for semishka because semishka is a good everyday snack. Meanwhile, a siser or chickpeas require beer with it, or else tashachust without beer is no tashachust. Now, let's pick you a spawn point. Visotkas and balconies are cool. Fresh air at your disposal, eli. Visotkas are basically small hangout areas in neighborhoods, usually built around commie block areas, you know, a place where people gather and whatnot, which look like mini houses with just one table inside. Perfect to host a Nardi championship with your friends or just sit around doing nothing. We call this Jamanak Mertsunel. We don't waste time, we kill it instead. Especially when we are in deep loksh. Typical Hopar activities are drinking beer with your friends, aka shirjapat, playing nardi, fishing, or doing a picnic in the woods. The list can go over and over, but let's focus on those key things. Also, a massive chamotzi. Drink beer with your friends, ideally eat rak with it. Crab, zeli. But if you're into kvass, it's also cool. Not all preferred, but if it's your thing, then go for it. Remember, an average Hopar never gets drunk. If an average man has an alcohol tolerance of 1, a Hopar has an alcohol tolerance of 4. A Hopar rarely gets drunk at this point, because when he does, it's pizdet's. Anyways, remember this poster too, just in case it might be helpful. A Hopar has an intense gaming experience. What's Steam or Friv, upper? Even though Friv is goated, we play multiplayer by default. No skill-based matchmaking this time, that's for twinks. We go straight into the hardcore world. Play Nardi like you're a pro, even though you're not. Play Bazar Blot and never think of losing, even if you do. No one will bash you for it, it's a whole vibe, you know? And if you do lose, you made history basically. Cause you know, many gamers treat gaming as if it's a sport. But for us, gaming is just a form of bonding. Also, both Nardi and Blot are regional games. I swear, one day I think it would be goated to organize an entire Trans-Caucasian Nardi championship to see which Hopars will win, the Armenian Hopar, the Georgian Pizza, or the Azer. Next activity is chamotzi. Chamotzi is basically gatherings on steroids. Vodka, Khorovats, and kef until nighttime. This is where we say yotor yot gisher kef on it. Literally translates to partying for 7 days and 7 nights. If something big happened, let's say a kanung, aka baptizing, tzonund, or any other activity. Or you probably just feel like you want to have a chamotzi with your friends. And what's more important during a chamotzi or any other kef? The toasts. You see, as Armenians, our toasts are literally announcements, speeches, and there is a special protocol on toasts, which I think deserves its own video because it is a lot. And I also want to add this, the Kutuzov Law. There is a popular story about why Kutuzov, the Russian general, has only one eye. He forgot to pour vodka during a kef and a fight broke out, eventually he lost his eye. So remember, keep your eyes safe and continue pouring that vodka. Your choice to drink it or not, but always have your glass full for toasts. Because toasting with an empty glass is disrespectful. You know what you can also do? You can travel. If you can afford to travel to a different country, go to Georgia for sea. It's cheap, it's near overall, and I used to go there back in 2015. Also, grab your friends too. Destinations include Ureki, Kabuleti, Batumi, Monteki, and the list can go on, depending on which beach fits your vibe, you know? Gorod Sochi, Natri Nochi. And by the way, if you're watching this, save this thing for the next White Boy Summer of 2026. What is also just as important as you're traveling or in general is your playlist. So like, I know a bunch of Hopars that listen to different types of music. Like I know a Hopar that vibes while listening to Metallica. I also know a Hopar that vibes to Stas Pichalev and vibes like never before. So the music taste is quite different depending on the Hopar you're talking to. So you're kind of safe here too, but if you want to become the OG classic Armenian Hopar, stick to chanson. Or also listen to the hits of the 1980s. Give it's a Soviet hit like Viktor Tsoi, or give it like modern talking Sher or something like that. It's basically up to you. В общем, also, have a small gadget for your leisure time. Optional but useful. A tasbeh. They call it tasbih in Persian, but we Armenians call it tasbih. Or if you want to sound authentic about it, we call it hamrich. Originally, it was used by priests to count prayers or was used in regular arithmetics. Now, it's the equivalent of an Armenian fidget spinner before fidget spinners became cool and all. But remember, don't use a tasbih while talking to someone. It's disrespectful. It will make them feel like, so yeah, I'm not that important, you're doing your thing with a tasbih. В общем, you want a new car? Why go for the new ones, my friend? Sure, they're all nice and all, but they have too many gadgets. Go for the OG 1990s to early 2000s models. You know, it captures that one fresh feeling. You would go to Georgia and get your car for a cheaper price, then you'd go to the Charokh Law custom station and make sure it's tax-free, and then you would just drive that car to Armenia. It was all cool and all until the government decided to crack down on it. But there's always an alternative. Erebuni Avtobazar. Go and find your OG Hopar car there, even if it's a second-hand car. It had multiple owners before. Get a real fit for a real Hopar. Mercedes, BMW are good choices. Opel, rookie car. But if you're into Lada, go for Lada Niva. Mechanical is the ultimate choice, but if you want an automatic car, a 2000s car will save you for that. Pro tip, every Hopar must know about the panyats, at least on a surface level. You can check out my panyat video too, I'll leave a description about it down below. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you watched it to the very end of this video, you are a true Hopar yourself. Consider this as your Hopar pass and the beginning of your Hopar journey. Also, here's a coupon. Screenshot this to prove that you are a Hopar to a non-Hopar. After all, Loafers, thanks for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Давайте, Loafers, söyle.
Չմոռանանք, որ միշտ կա մի մարդ, որ չի ուզում մեր լավը։
Իսկ ով չի ուզում մեր լավը։